Hello, I'm Kyle Pounds, and this video is what I think about creationism and intelligent design. No, wait. No. Creationism is intelligent design. Intelligent design and evolutionism. Well, the creationists, intelligent designists, I think the ones who I've heard say that the Earth was created like 6,000 years ago. So they believe the Bible, no matter what. And to those people, well, they defend themselves by saying that they can find like watches in millions of year old stalactites and stalagmites and computer parts and stuff. Michael Cremo has also talked about that. He says that it's actually advanced humans who lived that long ago on the Earth. I'm definitely more inclined to believe that than the Earth was created 6,000 years ago. So I don't really have much to say to those people, those creationists, right now. Other than, just you have to believe the science. If that's your only argument. There's plenty of other scientific reasons to believe in evolutionism. Like the theory of evolution. You can follow the path of the growth of animals. Just look at the fossil records, and you can compare them to animals who live now in the same region and see how they changed. The horse was small like a dog before, and it got bigger, and we know that. It's all fact. What else? The way animals are also related. Lots of different characteristics, but things that are different according to where they live and what they need to survive. And that's obviously from evolution. So, yeah, evolution definitely makes a lot more sense than intelligent design or creationism, the way that fundamentalist Christians put it. Evolutionism, I believe in that. But I think a lot of scientists get a little bit scientismistic, kind of make it a religion about all of that, and the kind of, if you ask them you can't ask them as a person. You kind of always have to ask them as a scientist. They can't take their scientist hat off and put their human being hat on. It's true that science is doing experiments over and over, and they have a certain result, the same result over and over. And then when other results change, you can find out how stuff works. That's how science works. And of course, you don't want to just assume stuff and believe stuff in science when if you can just prove it. But if you can't prove it, it's perfectly okay, scientists, to take that science hat off and use your imagination, have some faith. That's how we came into theory of the quantum physics and string theory and all that stuff. It's all imagination and faith, and backed up by the experiments. So me, where do I stand? I believe both, actually. I like to, not the intelligent design of the fundamentalist Christians, but another kind of intelligent design. Well, basically believing in God. That would be a perfect way to describe it. Looking at the universe as a giant living organism that's growing, and I call it fractal pattern theory. As is above, so below. If you want to imagine something else that you can't see in your sight, just look at stuff you can see and then build a trajectory into the distance, and that's what's going to happen. That's how you can predict the future, and it's also how you can predict that intelligent design is, because everything up until now has been growing. The Earth has evolved more and more intelligent animals, which have become more and more intelligent, and now look where we are now. Isn't that a beautiful thing? So that's intelligent design right there. Very simply put, but that's you want to put it simply. So everything in the universe, even when we die, everything we can't see, the whole path and ebb and flux and flow of black holes turning into stars and exploding, all this and all that, it's all part of a grand scheme and a grand plan, basically, I think, for us, and for our growth. And so when you want to look at that in terms of like evolution of animals, yes, I think the idea of just random mutations happening to animals, and that so these animals that have a mutation that happens to be, because mutations would supposedly be happening all the time. So the animal that just happens to have this mutation that is good for the environment, or good, that suits that environment, is going to be the one that survives and has more babies, and so then naturally that gene gets promulgated. But I'm of the opinion that mutations aren't always an accident. There's no reason for them to always be an accident, because there's always, this is another argument, but my belief, and I can talk about it, is that everything in this physical world, there's also, that's alive, there's also higher dimensions and spirits also that are alive just like us, that can see us. And so why would they, and I think they have the power to tweak things, and obviously if they had the power, they would. Yeah, I think spirits have the power to tweak things. I had a crack in my car windshield for 4 years. It went all the way across, stopped about 4 inches from the side. It was right on a line of sight. I get up one morning, I got in my car every single day, I get up one morning and the crack's gone. And then my teeth came together 3 days later. I woke up and all this gum was falling between my teeth. So that's pretty hardcore. I think as a rule, spirits can't influence this world, the physical world, but it can happen, and I think that it's all part of the ebb and flux and flow. I think certain mutations happen. So that would be the intelligent design part that I believe, but I still also believe that it's accidental. Also, accidental mutations can result in a new species that's can adapt to a changing planet. So I've got both my hats on. I've got my faith hat on, personal hat on, and the science. And if you don't believe that, if you don't want to be a person of faith, and you want to be like, I'm a scientist, I only believe the evidence. Well, there's no evidence to disprove that mutations aren't guided. If you can prove that, then we're getting somewhere. But until you can prove it, you have no more of a right to say an accident than I have a right to say that it's not an accident. And actually, I have more of a right because I have an actual reason for it. Well, I guess you have a reason too. Things happen randomly, so then why not there? But I think it happens, it's guided, because I know spirits can influence this world, and if they can, they would. I mean, you would, I would, everybody would. But there's definitely a structure. But I think these are spirits that are already in this realm, that they don't have to have anything controlling them because they're already good. But I just got way sidetracked. Evolution. So I think I explained evolution. And yeah, where I stand. So it's not like is it intelligent design or theory of evolution? Which one? You know, I mean, yes or no answers. It doesn't offer. It doesn't give any room for argument. Um, but I'm of both camps. I believe it all, man. Later.